Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. A pair of tight ends will be on the field today looking to do whatever it takes to give their team an advantage. It's the Raiders going up against the Broncos. So let's go down to Oakland, California, where Jim and Phil are on the call.
The Raiders are back deep, ready to return the kickoff. And Matt Prater, Mr. Touchback, is ready to get this one underway. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. So the rookie quarterback will take the field, trying to improve week by week.
Well, he's getting some experience. It's not a lot, but it's enough to help him feel more comfortable and I think play better. He should do well here today.
The Raiders take it from the 23. Should have had it, but the hit knocked it out. This offensive line today will be leaned on to protect their quarterback as well as opening up some running lanes. Offense lines up here. The Raiders take it from the 23. Ware's there to take him down. After that last run, it sets up 3rd and 6.
Let's go.
The give out of the eye. And he's taken down, but not until he picks up the first.
Nice job that time by the ball carrier, getting it just past the first down mark. Big first down, keep the chains moving.
They load it up now, bring out the jumbo formation. Ward's there to make the stop. Trying to establish the run, but there's nothing there here at the start.
Well, they didn't pick up many yards that time, no doubt about it, but that's a bad job by the running back. He picked the wrong side to run to. Nobody was blocked from the side he went to.
I know they want to come out and establish the run, but, boy, this defense right now is not bending.
Well, they're doing a good job so far, the defense, but on the offensive side, stay patient, keep pounding that football, and hopefully you can wear this defense down as the game goes along.
The Raiders have it at the 39. Almost intercepted. Boy, that was a promising drive for quite a while, and finally the defense steps up.
Yeah, the defense stepped up, but also, boy, that was a uninspired play call, I thought, on 3rd down. Didn't give the offense a chance, and the defense took advantage of it.
Welker tackled down. One of the biggest icons ever at quarterback, Peyton Manning.
What a year Peyton Manning had for the Denver Broncos in 2013. Led them to the Super Bowl. Record numbers for the offense. Record numbers for him. It's just amazing what he does year in and year out.
Second down coming up. Ball lines up in the backfield. As Thomas is tackled down at the 36.
Well, they talk about it's 3rd down league. You got to pick up 3rd downs to have success and win football games. Good play call, good pass, good catch. Now it's 3rd and short. I like the offense's chances.
The Broncos snap it at the 36. Jones is an animal on that play.
The Broncos offensive coordinator, he has to be frustrated by that play. I think he calls the right play, but what happens? The run loses yards. That's just a bad job by the offensive line.
All set to punt here. Going to try his luck here. He stacked up at that point.
Well, that time he only gets a couple yards, and if I'd have been the punt returner that time, I would have called for a fair catch. Defense was close. All around you, there was nowhere to go.
First down at the 20. Handoff out of the eye. Moore's all over the ball carrier.
Got to give the defense some credit. On first down, there's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
2nd and 12. Handoff. Slashes to the left side. And that gains a few.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
Let's go.
3rd down and 10. And he hauls it in. They bring him down, and the offense fails to pick up a 1st down on 3 plays.
Well, it's one thing to have talent as a quarterback. You need that to succeed in the NFL, but you got to be smart also. And how about that? That time the QB changed the protection, took advantage of the defense, which was blitzing, picked them all up. Great job by the QB.
Looking across the middle, they fail to convert, and now a change of possession.
Anytime you go for it on 4th down in the NFL, there's going to be a lot of second guessing if you don't get it. So get ready for the second guessing. It is coming.
Welker's a receiver in the slot. 1st down at the 23. Ball's got it. Draw play. After the 2-yard carry, it sets up 2nd down and 8. Ball lines up in the backfield. They'll go ground. Looking out wide for about 4.
That was a power running play that time by the offense. It picked up some good yards. Nothing like it. Show the defense you're willing to get in there and slug it out and get some tough running yards.
Manning set in the pistol. 3rd and 4. They'll throw it over the middle. Pass hits the ground and goes incomplete on the short throw.
Well, quarterbacks know on 3rd down they got to make a decision and get rid of that football because the defense, they are coming after you. That time just not good enough, and he throws an incompletion.
Converts here on the field goal try.
Well, Jim, that field goal puts them in the lead. It was a nice drive by the offense, and what it does, it just gives you confidence. You did some positive things on the field, and it should carry over for you for the rest of the game.
And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. There's going to be an injury timeout here. We'll take a quick break and be back in just a moment. Offense lines up here. The Raiders from the 22. Reaches out and snatches it. Brought down. Picks up the 1st as he's tackled at the 35.
You can't play zone coverage against this quarterback. He knows it's zone, and he's going to find the open throwing lane, and he gets it done.
1st down and 10. What a reception. Has 12 on this play.
Well, the way the rules are in the NFL now, you can't hit the receivers, you can't hit the quarterback. And if you give the quarterback this kind of time, he is always going to find an open receiver.
It's intercepted. Good piece of tackling.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled. Being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception.
Peyton Manning under center. 1st down at the 44. They knock him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on 1st down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
2nd down here after that run play. Ball lines up in the backfield. They'll run it here. Nice tackle.
Always good to have these types of runs. Hey, it's not a 1st down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Throws the pass. Thomas has got the catch and the 1st.
Receivers can always sense when there's going to be a blitz by the defense. They know they have to be quicker. That time he was, and he gets a completion down the field.
Welker's lined up now as a slot receiver. Manning's going back to the air on this play. Manning sends it to Welker, and they bring him down at the 33-yard line.
That's a good job by the quarterback. He read the defense, nothing open deep, so he throws it short, and it puts him in great position for a second down play call.
Manning comes out in the pistol. 2nd and 2. Manning with the give, and he's brought to the ground.
Ball's a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the first down yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the first down.
They're able to move the chains after that last run. Wide receivers are bunched up. And the second quarter is underway with this snap.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
Welker's lined up in the slot. 2nd and 13. Gives it to him again. He's going to be swallowed up behind the line.
Well, if you're the offensive coordinator here in a third-and-long situation and you're winning a close game, you'd like to pick this up. But also, you got to make sure you call a play that doesn't put the offense at too much risk. Tough call coming up here for the coordinator.
The defense gets the sack.
Well, it's a game of chances in the NFL. It's third down. The defensive coordinator said, let's get after this quarterback. He sends the extra guys. He blitzes him, and they get there before the quarterback can react.
The Broncos call for the punting team. The offense pinned back in an awful position. There's a lot of extra weight out there for this jumbo set. That's Vickerson making the stop. Right now, this is a team that trails, and they know that they have nothing if they don't have a rushing attack. The numbers are just dreadful. They're going to have to get a spark from the rushing attack the rest of the way if they're going to get back into it.
We talk so much about throwing the football, scoring, doing all these things that are pretty for the fans, and we all want to see it. But the NFL always comes down, who is the most physical is the one that wins the game, and they're not being physical enough on the offensive side.
After that run, it's still 3rd and 9 to go. Double tight end formation. Play fake. He's going to be tackled right around the 21-yard line.
It's always good when your quarterback is able to deceive the defense with good play-action fakes. That's what did it that time. Look at the quarterback. Nice fake. Defense reacts to the run, and now you throw it over the top for the easy completion.
They go to the right side. Talib's there to take him down.
Hey, this defense, they are tough. When you run that football, they got some men up front, and that time they stopped that run just for a short gain.
2 tight ends on the field here. 2nd down and 9. They feed it to him one more time.
Well, we still got a close game here, and you got to try to keep it that way. It's 3rd and long, and you're losing a football game. Don't take a chance on the offensive side. Wait for your next opportunity.
The jumbo set on the field. Can't find the target on the pass underneath.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. 3rd and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
They bring back out the offense to go for it.
Get ready.
Reaches out and grabs it.
Well, it's always about risk and reward. It is a risk to go for it on 4th down. When you pick it up, you feel like a genius, don't you?
Now 1st and 10. Pulls it in. The Raiders now move the chains.
Good job by the offense getting another first down. You can tell by looking down on the field that defense, hands on their knees. They are getting tired.
1st and 10. He'll fire it out to the left. Harris gets a hand in there and knocks it away.
He did everything right, didn't he? The cornerback that time. He was physical. He stayed on the wide receiver. He was reading the quarterback, so it was easy for him to knock the throw down.
Talib's able to get a hand on it and knock it away.
Oh, nice job. That cornerback, he was watching the quarterback. He's all over the receiver, so it was easy for him to knock the throw down.
Mounting a serious drive. Midway, second quarter. Almost intercepted that time.
I know we've all heard this phrase before. That's why they're playing defense, because they can't catch. Hey, the coaches don't care about that. When you get an opportunity, they want you to make the catch.
They'll go with the extra tonnage here with the jumbo set. They try to convince them otherwise, but that's a false start on the offense.
False start offense. Still fourth down.
The coach is going to go for it. An extra tight end on the field for this one. The Raiders have it at the 39. Failed to pick up the first down, and they'll give the ball back to the other side.
Fourth and long might be a
Bolden's the deep back for the opening kick. And Sebastian Janikowski looks set now to kick it away. The Broncos back deep, ready to receive. And he'll start his return. And he runs it out to about the 27 before he's taken down. At quarterback, the 5-time MVP of the NFL, the 2007 Super Bowl MVP, Peyton Manning.
Well, when you hear that phrase, he's a coach on the field, it is not a cliche when you're talking about Peyton Manning. Many people have said probably the best wide receiver coach in the NFL is the quarterback, Peyton Manning.
Here's a look at the offense, and watch out today for Demaryius Thomas, who is tremendous after the catch.
Well, we have this phrase that we say, and we mean it adoringly. Demaryius Thomas is a beast, absolutely on the outside. He can run by you. He can run around you. He can fake you out. He just has everything you want in a wide receiver.
As we take a look at the defense for the first time today, these starters in the secondary will be challenged today in both the passing and running games. Underneath and incomplete that time.
Sometimes on the defensive side, hurrying the quarterback is just as good as sacking him, because when you hurry him, he doesn't have time to think. He's probably not going to be as accurate, and they get the incompletion. Good job by the defense.
Not a favorable bounce this time as it's headed to the end zone for a touchback. There's been all kinds of build-up and anticipation, and now the rookie quarterback heads onto the field for his first series.
Yeah, I think things have changed so much over the years. These quarterbacks, especially these rookies, they're so much more ready to play than previous years. They get to throw the football a lot in college, a lot in high school, so they come in the NFL to prepared and ready to go.
They load it up now, bring out the jumbo formation. 2nd down and 10. He's tackled right at the 31.
Raiders offensive line will be whooping it up tomorrow when they watch this play in the film room. What a good job by them. Excellent planning and awesome execution.
It's a 2 tight end formation. The Raiders snap it at the 31. Ware's in on the tackle. As we get a look at the defensive starters, these linebackers will be counted on today to make plays in the running and passing games. The Raiders will take the snap from the 35. On the money.
Good job that time by the quarterback. Found the open guy. Picked up some solid yards with that pass. 3rd and short. Now this opens up everything on the offensive side.
They bring in the extra tight end. 3rd and 1. We'll run it. Here's the handoff. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
Games in the NFL can hinge on 3rd and short. Who can pick them up and who can stop them? How about that play that time by the defense? They stopped the 3rd and short run, and now it's 4th down.
There's a lot of extra weight out there for this jumbo set. As he moves across the 1st down yardage and a new set of downs.
The Raiders do a really terrific job picking up that 4th down play that time. It gives them an emotional lift. And look at the defense. They are down because they gave it up.
Offense lines up here. 1st and 10. They'll go ground. That gains a few.
Good job by the defensive line, standing in there and fighting, and they hold the running back to a short gain.
It's now 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard rush. For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. Has his man. Keeps his legs moving. Breaks the tackle.
The key to being a really good route runner and running these drag routes across the field is show some courage. Don't worry about what's in front of you. The quarterback will take care of that.
This will be the 8th play of this drive. That long gain sets them up here on this play. To the ground. That's Vickerson making the stop.
That time that run play in the red zone, it did not fool the defense. The offense gets overpowered. They get a very little gain that time on the run.
2nd and goal from the 8. In the promised land. Touchdown.
Well, when you get close to the goal line, you always have to look out for the tight end, because anytime there's just a little bit of deception, that deception is enough for the tight end to get that area where he can get open. That time he does it. Touchdown.
Sebastian Janikowski lining up for the kickoff. He's got a chance to return this one. Tackled down at the 28-yard line. It's 1st down as they head to the line. Quarters formation here for the defense. Manning's got it in the gun. The Broncos get a 1st down.
Good route that time by the wide receiver on the out route. Nice throw by the quarterback. This is what they call a timing route. Well, they were right on time.
1st down at the 50. Looks to his left. Makes the catch in the open field.
Well, when you talk about throwing these sideline routes or the out route, it is about timing. When that receiver makes that break to go towards the sideline, that football has to be in the air. Nice throw and catch that time.
Throw to the left. Finds Thomas. Thomas got the 1st as he's brought down.
You know, when you throw the football like that down the field, you pick up a 1st down. Now you can do anything you want on the offensive side, and you got that defense guessing.
Ball lines up in the backfield. 1st down at the 27. And he's taken down.
What a good scheme that time by the defense. They confuse the offense. They blitz. They don't know who to pick up. And how about the defender? They must love this. Coming in free and gets a good clean shot on the QB and gets a sack.
And that's a gain of 13.
The Broncos offensive line is just whooping some tail today, aren't they? What a job up front. That helps the running back get in space, get down there, and pick up a big gain.
Manning out of the gun. He's looking to the right here on this throw.
That was a nice job by the offense. It just puts them in a better position. Nice little throw and catch.
Ball's lined up now as the running back behind the quarterback. Gains 5.
The Broncos know once they get inside the 20-yard line, you have to be able to run the football also. It can't be pass, pass, pass all the time. The offensive line comes through. Good solid run that time.
The tackle was made. Still 5 yards short of the 1st after the run. 3rd down coming up. Caldwell's in the slot. Manning's going to be in the pistol here. They're setting up screen. And off the mark on that short throw. Should be what we call a gimme. Doubt about it. Put 3 on the board.
And Jim, this guy is just Mr. Automatic. Not only did he make them, he usually just puts it right down the middle of the goalpost.
And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. 1st down. Offense readying for the snap. The jumbo set on the field. The Raiders now moves the chains. The offense is set at the line for the 1st down after that completion. First down coming up. Offense lines up here. Got the completion. Gains 13.
When you play zone coverage, the quarterback might have to hold the football just a little longer. But these guys nowadays, when you play zone, they know how to throw and catch and get it done.
Knocked away, incomplete.
Hard to throw over some of these linebackers in the NFL now. They got such good size. You try to throw over them, here's what happens. These big guys will knock it down.
Double tight end formation. 2nd and 10. Has his man.
Well, it's a nice throw and catch by the quarterback and receiver. Puts them in good position where they have a chance to pick up this 3rd down.
They'll go with the extra tonnage here with the jumbo set. With 2 hands, he has it. Breaks free. Brought down after a gain of 15. We're early in this game, but this defense must figure out a way to cover up this tight end because he's putting up big numbers.
I don't know if they can stop him, Jim. It's so hard for defenses now to come up with ways to stop these tight ends. They look like power forwards of the NBA. They're big, they're strong, they're fast.
Touchdown, Oakland Raiders.
When you got a lead, you march down the field and you add on that lead with a touchdown. It's fun to watch. The other team, will they stay patient or will they panic? My bet is they'll panic.
The Raiders with an extra point try on the way. Inside of the uprights. The Raiders defense will now be ready to get on the field. Their offense moved the ball over 80 yards on that last drive. Really no answer for them on what was a very impressive drive. Ball is out. A huge turn of events. The ball's going back the other way. Tackles made.
What a job by the kicking team. They hustle down the field. They make the big hit and they recover the fumble.
This series begins for the offense with a very good chance to score. 2 tight ends on the field here. 1st down and 10. And intercepted. In on the stop.
Wonderful job by the defense that time. They stayed after it. And inside their own 20, they finally come up with the play. They get the interception, and they keep the other team from getting points on the board.
Peyton Manning under center. Now 1st and 10. Ball's going to take the handoff now. That'll stop the play right there.
You got to keep your offensive lineman aggressive, so you have to run the football every once in a while. That run, even though it was a short game, it served a purpose.
Manning standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Here's Sanders. Brought down after a gain of 6.
Well, it's a nice completion by the offense. And what it does, it just puts them in a more manageable situation so they can pick up that 3rd down.
3rd down and 2. Handoff made. They deck him in the backfield.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defense that time. They diagnosed the running play. They got in the backfield, and they tackled the runner for a loss.
Brought down at the 47-yard line.
Very lucky that time on that punt return. The coverage was outstanding, and the returner's just lucky he didn't fumble the football.
They load it up now, bring out the jumbo formation. And that's Talib, who almost came away with a pick.
Well, the defense has to be depressed after that play because when you get a chance to get off the field, get a turnover, and get the offense off the field, man, you got to take advantage of situations like that.
2nd down and 10. And the pass batted down incomplete.
Oh, good job by the linebacker knocking that pass down that time. All he did was watch the eyes of the quarterback, and he reacted. It put him in good position, and he knocks the football down.
An extra tight end on the field for this one. 3rd and 10. He's got the catch. He's brought down at the 25-yard line. And Phil, you look at this offense right now, they've got a quarterback who's moving the football through the air, and that's a big reason why they're leading this game.
That's right. That's why they're leading the game. Boy, I'd hate to be a defensive back out there today. The wide receivers are good. The quarterback is hot. They've got awesome rhythm, and that's why they're playing so well.
Harris is there that time for the tackle.
Running backs, they love counter runs. They know when a defense has been over pursuing, so they make that fake one way, and when they cut it back, there's usually a great running lane there.
Second down and 5. Takes it from the eye, and that gains 1.
Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run, nowhere for the running back to go, and they stopped him for a short gain.
The Raiders come out in a jumbo set. 3rd and 3. Makes the catch. Fights through that hit. The tackle's made, and the first down is picked up. As the numbers will bear out, the tight end has been the one guy right now who has been the biggest difference maker in this game.
Yeah, he has. His play, his talent, that's a big deal. But what happens to wide receivers, they're covered down the field, so the quarterback, being smart, looks for a secondary receiver. That's the tight end, and he is finding him wide open.
Big and open. That's what this tight end's been today, Phil.
Yeah, we see it more and more. Tight ends getting the football from their quarterbacks wide because they're going against linebackers. They're faster and usually bigger than the linebackers. That's matchups you love on the field. That's a bad job by the offense that time. There's no doubt about it. The blitz by the defense, they do not do a good job of finding out where everybody's blitzing from. They let a guy come free, and that free blitzer, or as we call them, free runners, he gets the hit on the QB and takes him down. Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? 3rd and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
The kick is good.
Well, that time the offense had great field position. They don't take advantage of it, but at least they get 3 points. Good job by the kicker coming in and getting some points on the board.
The Broncos back deep, ready to receive. They'll take it at the 20. They come to the line of scrimmage. First down. Welker's going to get set in the slot for this snap. Peyton able to find Demaryius Thomas.
Well, that's a good route that time by the wide receiver. They call that a post route, and they call it a post route because he is running towards the goal post. Nice throw and catch.
First down here after the completion. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. The give, middle. The ball is out. They bring him to the turf.
You got to protect the football on the offensive side. When you don't protect it, the way these defensive players can run, you're going to get in trouble, and that time it results in a fumble.
First down on the way. There's a lot of extra weight out there for this jumbo set. Gets the handle here and gains about 1.
This is one good tackling defense. They stay in good position at all times, and we saw it that time when they stopped the play for a short gain.
Offense lines up here. 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. Moore's in on the tackle.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
Halftime, 2 minutes away. Now 3rd and 4 following the run. It's a 2 tight end formation. Brings it in. Brought down at the 26.
Well, you can't play man-to-man, Jim, every single play. Every once in a while, you got to throw in the zone. It was a good idea. It just didn't work.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. They bring in the extra tight end. Handoff out of the I formation. Dropped for a loss on that tackle.
Got to give the defense some credit. On first down, there's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
2nd and 11. Right back to him. That brings the play to an end.
What that run does, it just puts the offense in a good situation. So a good, positive run.
It'll be 3rd down. The Raiders get a first down.
That's a nice job by the offense there. Get the first down, keep those chains moving, give yourself 3 more opportunities.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. The jumbo set on the field. Oakland in the end zone.
Nothing like having a quarterback who has a good arm who can just fire that football into some tight spots, and then it helps when your receiver has got the talent and the courage to go in there and make that tough kick.
The Raiders lined up now for the point after. Count it. The Raiders kickoff team is on the field, and the offense is on the sideline, celebrating a score that was all set up thanks to a very tenacious defense that recovered the fumble. Runs up to grab it at the 4. Charging ahead. He steps out. The Broncos are ready to take over now as their offense heads onto the field. Offense lines up here. Peyton Manning from the shotgun. Manning sends it to Welker. The Broncos have clearly been focusing on getting some of their big weapons involved here in the first half. Welker's been a favorite of his quarterback, And he's proven why he deserves to be targeted so often today.
You're right. He deserves to be targeted because he is one of the better wide receivers in the NFL. And when he catches it, look out, he can get yards after the catch.
Good for only a yard. The Broncos are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here. Welker's a receiver in the slot. Manning's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Connects with Thomas. Taken down at the 39. The offense stops the clock right away with a timeout. Ball lines up in the backfield. First down at the 39. Connects with Thomas.
Thomas is one of the best in the NFL when it comes to running routes towards the sideline. That time he gets out there and he puts that inside foot into the ground, breaks outside. The throw is on target. Good solid gain, just short of that first down marker.
The Broncos are behind right now, but still have moved the ball through the air. Manning's doing what he can to keep them in the game.
Well, they are losing, but you cannot blame the offense. The offensive line doing a good job giving the quarterback time, and the offensive coordinator, he's sitting over there going, he doesn't know which play to call because everything is working in the passing game.
Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. So that's going to do it for the first half. Raiders are up in this one. He's brought to a halt. The Raiders are getting set for their next possession.
Let's go.
First down at the 17. Going deep. Interception. He's brought down.
When you get an opportunity like this, you want to take advantage of it. The defense did. The opportunity was there. They get a chance to intercept the football. They do. Now, can their offense take advantage of this situation?
Quarters formation here for the defense. Taken down at the 45. Second down here. Ball lines up in the backfield. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. Ends up picking up 3 yards.
Oh, it's a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the first down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
First and 10. And he's thrown to the ground.
Well, I know this feeling. When a blitzer's coming, nobody's there to block him. There's nothing you can do as a quarterback, but try to protect yourself because you're going down.
Manning's setting up now in the pistol. Manning finds Thomas. Demaryius Thomas takes the hit and is brought down.
When you play man-to-man against this receiver, you're going to have a tough time. Quarterback's a good thrower. Really hard for a defensive back to stay with him.
Peyton Manning under center. The Broncos from the 32. Slashing to the right side. He's stacked up at that point.
Ball is able to show everybody why he should get the football more. Good job that time, finding his way and picking up a first down.
First down at the 25. Right back to the ground. Good piece of tackling.
Anytime your team is down, you're inside the other team's red zone, you look for one of your star players, your quarterback, wide receiver, or running back. They need to make a big play here.
Manning's going to take it from the gun. They're going to get him here for a sack.
My gosh, you talking about getting overpowered. I guess they were expecting a speed move. The right guard and right tackle are both fooled. They get run over and they give up a sack.
He's setting up here. He's been sacked 4 times already. What a beating it has been for the quarterback. The Broncos from the 27. And they swap him again.
Well, it's all about timing. I got to tell you something. The safety did a wonderful job timing the snap count that time. Caught everybody off guard, and he gets the sack on the QB.
And now lining up for a 53-yard field goal. The field goal attempt is good. It's good.
This guy's a threat anytime you cross midfield. Really, he can kick it from 60 yards. Great leg strength. What a weapon to have on your side.
And he's out across the 20 and tackled at the 21. The Raiders offense ready now to see what it can do. For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. Handoff. Nice tackle. Watching the ball fly deep down the field has been something we've grown accustomed to seeing today, Phil, and it's led to a bunch of big plays and touchdowns.
It's so exciting to see the football thrown deep down the field and a guy catches it and runs for a touchdown. It's like going to a baseball game and seeing a home run. You're watching something special, and Jim, we have seen that here in this game today.
Tackles made, and the first down is picked up.
Good job on the offense here with a good lead in the second half, picking up that first down, and that's what you want to do. Take your time, look at the play clock, take it down as low as you can, and keep picking up those first downs.
Double tight end formation. First down at the 35. Moore gets a hand in there and knocks it away.
That is so tough to do when you think about it. We got world-class sprinters running down the field, and you're able to stay close to them and reach out with one hand and knock it down. Great play.
The Raiders will take the snap from the 35, and he's forced to the ground.
What a good scheme that time by the defense. They confuse the offense. They blitz. They don't know who to pick up. And how about the defender? They must love this. Coming in free and gets a good clean shot on the QB and gets a sack.
The Raiders from the 27. And Ward almost picked it off.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. Third and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
King is back now. He'll be punting. Signaling for fair catch. First down here. Manning's lining up in the pistol. Tight end in motion. Here's Sanders. The Broncos now move the chains.
Number 10.
Manning's able to show off the footwork. Wow, what a good job. Look at those feet. Like a dancer. Gets himself in very good position to throw the football.
Ball lines up in the backfield. Manning from the gun. Underneath, but can't find a mark that time as the pass goes incomplete. Second down now. Manning comes out in the pistol. Ball's taking the handoff. And it's a gain of maybe 5.
Power running. A lot of teams in this league don't even do it anymore. This team, they can power it up in there and pick up those tough yards.
He's setting up here. He's been sacked 5 times today. Really been beat up. Welker's lined up now as a slot receiver. Manning's back in shotgun formation. Throws to the right. Brings it into his body. Tackles made, and that'll move the chains.
I love it when I hear, oh, he threw off his back foot. Well, the quarterback threw off his back foot that time, gets the completion down the field, and that's what he should have done. When you're going to take a big hit, you got to protect yourself. Throw off the back foot.
1st and 10. Catches the ball on the sideline, but does not get both feet down. Coming up, 2nd down. Ball's lined up directly behind the quarterback here. Manning finds Thomas. Thomas going to pick up the first down as he's tackled.
Well, when you get a couple first downs, it just gives you such great confidence. It makes everybody relax. And I always say this, when you're a relaxed athlete, that's when you play your best.
Peyton Manning will be taking this one from the gun. First and goal from the 8. The defense gets a sack.
Good job with the safety getting that sack. I'll say this. He can tackle, he can cover, and he's showing us he can blitz too and get to the quarterback.
Welker's lined up in the slot. Second and long. It's over to Welker. Manning complete as he finds Welker on that throw.
Jim, I love these situations. Third and goal, what are they going to call? They're going to run the football, they're going to go with a pass, and if it is a pass, I will look for something quick.
Manning set in the pistol. Third and 12 to go. Screen underneath, but can't find the mark that time as the pass goes incomplete.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? Third and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
And he puts it through for 3.
You got to take advantage of good field position. The offense doesn't do it that time. I know they get 3 points out of it. Nice kick, but still a letdown for the offense.
And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. First down here. They'll go with the extra tonnage here with the jumbo set. They'll go ground. And he's brought to the ground. They went with the ground game on first down, bringing up second. They load it up now, bring out the jumbo formation. Toss to the outside. They have this one covered up, and it's going to set them back for a loss.
How about the defensive line? Getting that penetration, getting off the football at the snap, and getting it done, getting in the backfield and making that tackle.
There's a lot of extra weight out there for this jumbo set. Third and 8. Intercepted. And that'll close the gap.
You got to love a defense that's not afraid to take chances, and this defense will get after it. That time they get the interception and return it all the way for a touchdown.
Add the extra point. The kick is good. Broncos ready to boot it down the field. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense heads on to the field. 2 tight ends on the field here. First down at the 25. Could have been intercepted that time by Moore.
Well, Jim, I threw a lot of passes like that in my career where it should have been intercepted and the guy dropped it and you just go, yes, I got a break. Now can you capitalize on that break?
The Raiders will take the snap from the 25. Pulls it in. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
That's a nice play that time by the offense, getting the first down. They're up here in the second half, and they're moving the football. That is a great feeling.
Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time. Intercepted! The tackle is made.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
Ball lines up in the backfield. First down at the 42. The defense gets the sack.
That's a bad job by the offense that time. There's no doubt about it. The blitz by the defense, they do not do a good job of finding out where everybody's blitzing from. They let a guy come free, and that free blitzer or as we call them, free runners, he gets the hit on the QB and takes him down.
Tackles made. Phil, this quarterback matchup has been a great one today, as both have put on quite a show.
Yeah, it's been a great matchup between the quarterbacks. And look, I think the league is loaded with really good quarterbacks. I'm tired of hearing people say, oh, the league doesn't have enough guys. Yeah, they do. There are a lot of good ones. Give them time, and they'll show it to you.
Looking across the middle, Thomas has got it. First down.
Big first down by the offense that time. Here in the second half, they're losing a close game, and you get that first down. It just gives you confidence. It opens up the playbook, and it just gives you a better chance of going down the field and getting the score.
Manning's going to be in the pistol here. First down and 10. Makes the reception. That picks up 11. The Broncos still trail, but as we look at the passing numbers, it's hard to find much fault with them. Manning's numbers, though, speak to a team that could be winning if other things like their defense were doing their part here, partner.
Well, yeah, that's right. The defense has got to hold their end up, but the offense, they've been very, very good. The quarterback has been accurate. He has been smart, and that always gives you a chance when your quarterback is playing that well. Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
Manning set, empty backfield. Second and goal from the 5. Looks but can't connect on the short throw.
Jim, I just want to say this to the quarterback. It's third and goal. If the play's not there, throw it away. Do not force the action.
Offense lines up here. Third and goal at the 5. And he's taken down.
I don't know who to blame here. Was it a great play by the safety getting the sack on the quarterback? Or the quarterback just not paying attention, seeing him coming, and if you see him, you've got to change the play or get rid of the football a lot quicker.
And the kick is good for 3.
Well, you come out there on the field as a defense. The offense has great field position. You've got to give them something different. The defense did. They stopped them, and they gave up the field goal.
Just across the 20 and tackled at the 21. They come to the line, and it's first down. The jumbo set on the field. They'll run it here. In on the stop. They have the lead, but they have no running game to speak of to this point. That may change here down the stretch, trying to take the air out of the football.
Yeah, you're going to have to run it some just to work the clock and try to get the situations in your favor, but maybe every once in a while, fake that run and get an easy pass to keep that clock moving. Good job that time by the offense. Power run gets them a few yards.
Now 3rd and 4 following the run. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
That's awesome. Every time you pick up a first down, what does that do? It shortens the game and also keeps your defense on the sideline, and they get rested up and ready for their turn. But you got a lead here. It's a small one in the second half. Keep getting those first downs. Well, you always hear that expression, it's a chess match out there. Well, I believe that because you got to be a thinker on the football field. And the quarterback won this chess match. He changed the pass protection. He got the extra time, and it worked to his advantage.
Let's see what they do on this 3rd down situation. The Raiders break huddle and show a jumbo look. He'll throw it over the middle. Has his target. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field. As we get another look at the stats in a game where you're winning, you expect your quarterback to come up big. And that has been the case today.
It's been an outstanding day from the quarterback position. Decision-making, throws all over the field, accuracy. You can't ask your quarterback to do any more than he has done today.
It's now 2nd down. We're late in the game, and the offense is in no hurry. Takes it again, and this won't even get back to the line. They'll end up losing one.
That time, that's just a bad decision by the running back. He makes the wrong read. The offensive line blocked it right. But when you make the wrong read, you're going to get tackled. That time he gets tackled for a loss.
This will be the 8th play of this drive. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. He brings it in here, and he's got the first. They call for the timeout to stop the clock. First down here after the completion. An extra tight end on the field for this one. Makes the reception. Brought down just 2 yards shy of the first down marker. And they'll try to conserve time here with this timeout. Following that completion, 2nd and short. What a drive this has been. And Ward's able to swat the pass away.
Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
Marching down the field and taking their time. Picks up the first down. Another 3rd down conversion. The offense continues to come through in the clutch. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. This long drive continues. Very nearly intercepted.
The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
That leads us to 2nd down. The long drive continues. And it's out of bounds, incomplete.
It's 3rd and goal right here in a close game. This offense, they want to take control. If they score right here, that could give them control of this game.
Play after play after play here on this drive. 3rd and goal from the 5. Has his target. Picks up about 5.
This is when it gets really tough. You score, you ice the game. The defense, they're in a situation like this. They're going to play run all the way. Do you have the courage to call the pass play? We'll find out.
Goal line defense on the field. They'll run it. Oh, the Raiders. Touchdown.
The head coach decides he wants to be the aggressor in this situation. On 4th and goal, he goes for it. Nice play call that time.
The Raiders kicking team comes out now as the offense takes a break, and they deserve one after going down the field, mainly through the air with over 70 yards passing. Bolden's got it on the return. And he's out across the 20 and tackled at the 21. They face first down. First down. Pressure on every snap now. And he's thrown to the ground. 2nd down. Late in the 4th quarter. Going to go to the hurry-up with under a minute to play. Out of the gun. And he's going down again. So much on the line now as they line up for 3rd down. No timeouts now. They'll be in the hurry-up. Peyton Manning from the shotgun. And it's intercepted, which should all but wrap up this game. Touchdown at the end.
No complaint. Sometimes you're going to throw interceptions, but my complaint is the offensive players. Nobody hustling, nobody there to make the tackle, and they return it all the way for a touchdown.
The Raiders for the point after. Driving extra point is good. The Broncos have their backs to the wall as they give up a score they could not afford to yield. The score's 38-19. Anderson's got it. And they stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19. The Broncos now bring their offense back onto the field for the next drive. Manning's lined up. No extra blockers for this snap. Now 1st and 10. Gets it out for the completion. They tackle him at the 26-yard line. He'll go to the hurry up here as the clock runs. Third down now. Thomas is in the slot. Manning's got everybody split out wide. They'll go shotgun here. No one in sight. Has the grab.
This is a route that's not run enough in the NFL. The corner route. So many times, receivers just go across the field. They go short. But when you make these double moves like that, you get wide open. And what a throw by the quarterback.
They're going to get him here for a sack. That's 2nd down coming up. Going to the hurry-up. Under a minute to go here.
All right, Phil, before we go, tell me about the atmosphere down in that winning locker room right now.
It's always a wonderful feeling once you win the football game. Just think about it, Jim. It would be like you playing around the golf, and you know it's just you against one other guy, and you practice all week long. The anticipation builds. You're so excited for the match, and once you get it done, man, it's a wonderful time.
What a memorable game this truly was. For Phil Simms, Danielle Bellini, and Larry Ridley, Jim Nance saying so long for now, and we leave you with the GMC Never Say Never moment of the game.